Yo, we're doing festival tales with my man Daniel from Money Shot Danny. Do you prefer Daniel or Daniel, bro? Which one?
Actually, I like Danny.
Okay, Danny. That's what I thought, but
Danny works.
I know we got you as Daniel down.
Unless you're
But
like really mad at me or something, like Daniel.
okay, yeah. Just like my mom's like Jake when she calls me, and I'm Jacob normally. But yeah, I got you. I understand that.
Yep.
Well, dude, we're happy to have you on here. You know how it kind of goes. We share some festival stories, we laugh, we make some comments, and then we just kind of get a little crazy. We see where it goes from there. So, what do you got for us today, dude?
All right. So first off, I just want to say, don't judge me. All right. We've all had our crazy moments, I think. And I know if you go to EDM festivals, you've seen some crazy moments and you've seen some crazy things. Today, I'm probably giving you the worst nightmare / crazy festival story you could probably imagine. And I'm also going to tell you one where I feel like my dreams kind of came true for the night.
Ooh.
So, best of both worlds.
Holla.
I'll just get right into it since we have like 40 minutes. The craziest story is honestly a nightmare, and it was my first show ever. I was only 17 at the time.
Oh,
And
snuck in.
I hope you guys don't mind me being honest. It's pretty wild. I'm just going to tell you what happened. And yeah, so I get to the venue, and it's an outdoor concert. It's small, and Troy Boy is headlining. Now, at the time, yeah, Troy Boy. At the time, I'm not an EDM fan. I only liked it because my friends liked it, and I was just partying a lot. It's a trap show, and there's not really like a lot of plur vibes going around. It's mostly like frat boys and like a lot of drunk people. Yeah,
That's kind of funny.
yeah. And at the time, that was more my vibe. I was only 17. Anyways, we're having like a lot of fun in the crowd. We're jumping up and down, and eventually, I get separated from the group. Everyone's doing their own thing and talking to people and stuff. And I see this girl, and I think she's really cute. And I remember this like it was yesterday. I walk up, I hold my hand out, and I say, "Hi, what's your name?" She smiles, she takes my hand, and she tells me her name. I can't remember it at the time. So I'm trying to flirt, and I don't really like let go of her hand. We're just kind of like talking and holding hands. And she's smiling and laughing, and we're talking about something I can't remember. And the next thing I know, I'm on the ground. Everything's black, and there's ringing going on in my ears. It literally felt like a train hit me. But I had no idea what happened. I was very, very, very clueless. It wasn't painful. I was just out. Slowly, my vision comes back, and I hear a lot of commotion happening around me. And this part is like super blurry. I barely remember it, and I'm pretty sure I hear the girl say like, "What the fuck? Why'd you do that?" or like something like that. And then I start to realize what happened, and I get up instantly. Everything is still blurry, and I see three blurs. I see three dudes, and one dude says, "Don't talk to my girl, bitch."
Yeah.
And this is super crazy and fucked up. And I just realized, like, yo, I got knocked out.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
You got
yeah,
blindsided.
yeah, it's nuts. Anyways, I'm like terrified. So I walk off. I don't say a thing. I'm like in shock. I go find my friends, and the first thing they say to me is, "What the fuck happened to your face?" And I hadn't even said a word yet. I literally was walking to them, and they looked at my face and was like, "What happened?" So I'm like, "Oh God, my face is fucked." And they're, of course, they're like ready to go. They're like, "Who did it? Like, where are they? We're gonna go get them." And I'm like, I have no idea. Like,
Trap,
I couldn't
trap
tell you
set
if I wanted
vibes.
to.
Let's fight.
So the worst part was the night was like still young. Like the sun had just went down, and I still had to like go back in the crowd because my friends were all there, and I was not leaving my friends at that point. Like obviously they weren't going to let me out of their sight. So I was just like, my face is messed up. I'm like, I don't know who did this, and I have to go back and try to have fun in this crowd with someone who's like a maniac, like a psychopath. Um, so yeah, keep in mind this is my first show, and I'm only 17 years old, and it's a 16-year-old and up show. So yeah, it's one of those. So my friend had a friend who had a cousin who felt bad, and he had something that, let's say, would make the pain go away for one night. Um, yeah, this was definitely, by the way, like a
A
terrible
600
idea for the
milligram
morning.
Tylenol. We got you.
Yeah.
We understand.
It's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little
yeah,
something.
yeah,
Let's say
yeah,
let's say it's like some extra strength Tylenol.
yeah, yeah,
Some
yeah. We
good,
got you.
some really good Tylenol. And it's not a good idea. Not a good idea for the morning. And I'll tell you why later. And I don't condone taking these things, but I was young, and in the moment, it actually made the pain go away. I take the medicine, we'll call it, and within 30 minutes, I literally did not care what happened. Like, I had no worry in the world. I was literally just like, let's have fun. And what's crazy is 30 minutes before that, I was so in my head, like, I could not have fun. Can you imagine, like, getting knocked out, getting attacked?
Oh
You
yeah.
wouldn't even want to go back in the crowd. Like, obviously, I just wanted to go home. But 30 minutes later, I am like king of the world. This is my first time ever doing anything like that. And this is crazy, but this part's kind of crazy. This is the part where I'm like, don't judge me, because up to this point, I feel like I had done nothing wrong. But this part, I'm just like, I don't know how this happened, and my friends are like, "You're fucking nuts, dude. I don't know what's up with you, but you're crazy." So I start walking around to like every single girl at the festival and like spitting game, I guess you could call it. And apparently, I barely remember this.
You
Apparently,
went
I
the
made
same girl
out with like
twice.
5, 6, 7, 8 girls within 10
Oh
minutes.
my
And
god.
I'm just like, what? And then they're like telling me things I was saying, and they were like, dude, I have no idea. Like, like what the fuck? I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna say much more on that.
Could not happen
Like,
post COVID right now.
No, that would be terrible. Yeah,
I'm just wondering how you're
yeah.
pulling game with a fucked up face. Really, that's what I'm curious about.
Honestly, I don't. I have no clue at all.
You were wearing masks before anybody else was. They just didn't see it. You were like, got it
Yeah,
all
was
covered
dark.
up.
Maybe they noticed. Maybe they didn't. Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, so my friends were just like jaw dropped. They were following me around. They didn't want me to get out of their sight. And after that little episode, the medicine wore off, and it was just a weird feeling. Like, it all came back to me. Like, everything that just happened. I remember being in the crowd. Like, there was fireworks, and like my jaw's messed up, and I'm starting to come down. I'm just like, what a crazy night. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
how did this happen? And honestly, like, me walking up to like random people and stuff, it didn't really feel like me. Like, it felt like something inside of me, like, that just came out. Like, I don't remember it at all. And my jaw was just so messed up in the morning because I was clenching it so hard. And I remember when I woke up, I could barely open my mouth. It was terrible. We went to a pho restaurant, and I literally could not eat one bite. I could only drink the soup. And at that point, I was like, I just want to go home. We were in Dallas, so we had a 5-hour drive. I drove, and on the way home, we are about an hour in. I realized that I left my phone at the restaurant.
Oh.
Yes, my fucking smartphone. And yeah, this is bad. And I go back, and it's gone. And I'm just like, okay, this sucks. So I can't text my mom. She's gonna be like, I'm missing, and and I don't think she like had my friends' numbers at the time. And at the time, I just was like so pooped out, I didn't even care. And on the way home, I'm going about 80 miles an hour, which is normal, right? And out of nowhere, my tire explodes. I get yeeted across the highway.
You're
And like, I swear to
kidding.
God, we almost
God.
die. Like, just my friends were sleeping in the car, and they all wake up, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm just like, I can't control it. And then like we're like going all over the highway, and then finally we come to a stop, and we're all like breathing super hard, like so much adrenaline, and like can't even. So we couldn't even talk for like 2 seconds, and then thankfully we broke down in front of like a Home Depot or something. So we got tools. Some random war
Conveniently, yeah.
veteran who was like super crazy in the head helped us change our tire. It was actually really funny. And after that, we had to drive on a spare going 50 miles an hour all the way back to Little Rock. And we finally get home. It's like late as fuck. My mom's waiting on me, like, where are you? I am hungover. I look absolutely terrible. Obviously, my face is messed up. She's like, what in God's name? And I'm just like, please let me go to my room. I just can't. I just can't. And I go to my room, and I forget what's the lesson from this. I couldn't even tell you. It was actually kind of traumatizing for a little bit. It was terrible, but that was my first show experience, and I can comfortably say since then I've had a lot better, a lot more plur like experiences where I've met amazing people I think this was like 1 in a million. Like this would never happen to like anybody.
I'm shocked.
Like I honestly,
Yeah.
honestly couldn't imagine that happening to anybody ever again.
I'm shocked of
Um,
you going to this as your first event, and then you decided to go back to another event.
Yeah,
Because like if
same.
my friends were like, "Let's go to another EDM event," I'd be like, "Do you not recall
I'm
me getting punched
okay.
in the face?" Yeah, like, like I'll just stick to my
That's true.
bars and stuff.
And at
like,
the time, I was a little bit crazy when I was 17. I was a little bit crazy. So I don't know.
Aren't we
Maybe
all?
those things excited me at the time. I was like, let's see if we can get knocked out. No, not literally.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Yeah.
You're such a good storyteller.
Well,
I was
thank
like,
you. I appreciate it.
that was a really good story.
Heck
But
yeah.
it's like really true that things do happen in threes. I mean, like you got punched in the face, then you lost your phone post festival, and then that tire thing happened. That's like the
Yes.
worst. Like, have something happen to your car like post festival. I've had that happen to 2 people where they've gotten in accidents after a festival, and it's just like, ugh, the
Is
worst.
this rule of 3 thing actually
Yeah.
legit? Like, I'm starting to think about it now. Like,
Things happen in threes. You've never heard that?
no, I guess I have, but like,
Well, next time
Is that
something
true with
bad happens,
everybody?
I'll be like, okay, guys, get ready. It's not over yet.
Yeah.
we got 2 more things that are gonna happen.
Yeah, things
But
always
yeah.
happen in threes.
Well,
Is
I
that
think
good or
things,
bad
I hope
things?
good things applies to good things as well.
I think it does too.
All right, good.
hey, do you have a
I
3
can get
bad
into the
things?
second story. This is a like a happier one, I'd say.
Hold on, I want
Yeah.
to. Before we dive into that, I want to know. Wait, so Aid, do you have things that are 3 that's happened to you? That are 3 things in a row that are bad or good?
Not
I can
that
think of
think
something
at
that
the
I
top
just
of my
remember
head.
that is 3s, but I've never heard of like the saying till today.
I've heard of like I've had people where like 3 things have like 3 people have passed away before. Not for me, but that's happened to like a friend. And then like I had 3 things happen to me at the beginning of last year that were kind of bad, like a car accident, a breakup, and then I forgot what the third thing was. But I think I probably could flip it in the positive and say that when there's like 3 good things that happen to me too.
Mm.
The more
Yeah.
you know. You're gonna
Yeah,
be
the
thinking
car-
about this all night now, Baz.
Yeah, I'm like I can think of one thing specifically that like within last year that was like 3 bad things in a row. So like I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
maybe you are right. Maybe you're onto something here. That I'm unaware of. Now
Anyways.
like
I
something
would
wrong's
say
gonna happen.
that
Like,
was my most that was my worst travel experience. I can't think of anything that tops that as far as like a nightmare travel situation. Like I've had some bumps in the road, like flat tires and just random things, but never that. Yeah.
That was crazy.
yeah, the car.
Yeah.
I would be freaking out if my
Same.
tire just
Yeah.
exploded on the road while I was
Honestly,
driving.
Yeah.
Well, at least we can go on a happier note with your next story. You said
Yes, I was like,
this one changed your life.
It was like a dream come true. It made me
Oh,
very
dream
happy.
come true.
Yeah, and yeah, since that nightmare, like I said, I've mostly had positive experiences, like experiences that have changed my life for the better, and that have just made me feel like people are like amazing. So I never lost that vibe from EDM festivals. Honestly, this one was like just one of those shows. That
Oh, like you said, it
not
was
like
you know
it was not like a rave.
more of a
though there was
trap
EDM.
festival. Like
It's like a trap festival.
doesn't
Yeah.
count.
And those are fun and all, but like, yeah.
Might as well be rap. Might as well be a rap
Yeah,
concert.
honestly.
Yeah.
All right. So next story. It's 2019. I'm 22 years old. I started recording with my GoPro at festivals, making countless videos, and that's kind of like what sparked videography for me. It turned into my passion. And for a while, I was actually a full-time videographer. I was doing weddings, MMA fights. Oh yeah, by the way, I got into MMA pretty soon after I got knocked out. Just saying. Anyways, corporate videos, but honestly, none of them like sparked me like recording an EDM festival, even though I wasn't getting paid for the EDM festivals. So that's kind of why I love music festivals. It's like I get to record content, I get to have fun. I love music. It's like all my passions all in one little
thing.
bubble.
Yeah.
So yeah, all my friends are going to EDC Orlando, and I haven't bought my ticket yet. And I say, you know what? What if I message every artist at this festival, just offering them a video? And I honestly did not. I almost didn't do it because I was like, what a waste of time. No one's going to get back to me. But I do it anyways. And literally 2 people get back to me. And then out of those 2, one person actually followed through. And his name was Systems. And he was coming from out of town. He was like, yeah, dude, I would love a videographer. And I had like, couldn't believe it. I was honestly in shock. Like I was in disbelief. I didn't think it was going to be real, and it was for a big festival like EDC Orlando. And not
Mhm.
only that, he could get me in free backstage, another friend in free backstage, and another friend in general admission. He had a bunch of like
Wow.
extra tickets, and I was like, wow, like that's amazing. Yes. Um, and I got to practice my dream job for a day with like my actual camera gear and not like a GoPro because they don't let you bring your camera gear.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
They
Yeah.
don't let you bring.
So
Wait,
he
wait,
gave
wait, wait.
me,
They don't let you bring your camera gear. You said.
yeah,
No,
dude. Yeah.
if it has a detachable lens, like this one, the Sony
Mm.
A6000, like you can't bring this in. So, but I could bring in like a camera like this because the lens isn't detachable.
The ZV-1.
Yeah, the ZV-1. I love this little
Nice.
guy. But you can bring in a GoPro
That's
and
funny.
like the Canon G7X. Like you can bring in those, but if the lens can detach, you
Well,
can't bring it in.
I knew that for like regular general admission, but I thought because he'd be working, he could bring in his
Oh,
equipment.
oh, oh. But for working, that's why I was so happy.
That's
'cause I
why he
could
was
bring my,
happy because he could
yeah,
bring
like
that
I could bring
in.
my stabilizer
Oh, I
in.
misheard you then. Did I mishear you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said
Yeah.
you couldn't
Yeah.
bring it in. Oh, you said you could.
Yeah. he
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was
No,
like,
all
wait,
good. And
what? I was like, are you serious? They
yeah.
don't let you? Okay, I'm
That's nice that you
sorry.
bring
Honestly,
a stabilizer though.
I was so lost.
that
Sorry.
that's my next move. I want to get one of those compact ones. I want to get like this. There's this Sony RX100. It's so good for the size, and it's like you can add a external microphone. Anyways,
My
yeah.
bad. Sorry about
So
that. For anyone else that was
yeah.
confused,
So
it's probably just me. But here we go. All right.
yeah. So I get 2 more guest passes. I give it to my friends, and I get to the artist meetup place, and I get my ticket, and it's the best feeling in the world because I like walk straight into the artist room, and like I see a bunch of like just it felt great to be on that side of things, you know. And we get to the festival, and there's like my own little private entrance. There's no like line. You just walk right in. You get your you get stand up and stuff, and you get to go backstage. There's like a buffet. Like there's just all these cool things that are just really like out of like I've been going to music festivals for so long, and I never had that much access to like water, food, access around the festival, skipping lines, and since I had my camera gear, like they just let me through anywhere, like anywhere. So yeah, I'm like, I get to record for one day, only Saturday, and I get to the festival, and I am literally running around EDC Orlando like a madman, like going to every single stage, recording everything I see. And for me, that's like the most fun in the world. I get to interact with like hundreds of people, and I realized in that moment, this was my first time going to an EDM festival and taking a day off, like to myself. And I never realized how much you would like how fun it was. You get to meet so many people. You get to go around, and honestly, I've probably missed out on a lot of festivals just staying in the same place. Like, there's a lot out there. They have a lot at these festivals, especially like a festival like EDC. Like, they have a lot of like things going on that is kind
Yeah.
of crazy. And this is the first time I've literally walked around a festival and knew it like the back of my hand. Like, I could tell you where everything was without a map or anything. So yeah, I had my media pass. I'm getting cinematic shots. I start to get in the zone. Like I'm talking to everybody. I'm like directing people, telling them what to do and stuff. It's just like the videographer thing, and it's really fun. And I think the best moment for me was getting behind the rail because like I've always been on the rail on the other side, and
Mm-hmm.
just seeing. I remember seeing a lot of videographers on the other side. I used to always ask them like, "How do you get back here?" And they were just like, "Oh, I just get a media pass," and they would never like tell me how. And now I was like on the other side. I remember people asking me like, "How'd you get back there?" I'm like, "You just got to be cool, man. I don't know." No, I would actually tell them. I was like, "Dude, just hit up the artist, this and that." But yeah, I remember the coolest moment was I jumped up on the rail and I would scream like during like quiet moments or when the DJ wasn't playing music. I would be like, "Ayo," and then I would hear like hundreds of people scream it with me, and that was like, whoa, crowd control. That was so cool. Um, yeah, and I remember like one time I did it and I said, "Hey yo," and then out of nowhere I see all my friends and they start freaking out and they're like running up to the rail trying to say hi. Um, and yeah, that was really cool. I think the highlight of my night was so EDC Orlando is on a stadium, and I like climbed like 3 flights of stairs that were like initially blocked off. You weren't supposed to. And I got to see the festival from like way up above. And I remember looking down at the crowd and like the fire and all that stuff. Just, it was so crazy. And it sounded like a dragon was like roaring every time the fire went off, and the crowd like roared with it. It was really crazy. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did that artist like end up using your footage for like their social posts or like anything like
Yeah.
that?
So yeah, I made him like a little video for his website, and then I made him like a little
Nice.
video for his Instagram. And he was a smaller artist, so like it was like super chill. Actually, this is a kind of cool story. There was no people at his set because he was playing like at 2 p.m. at a small stage.
Gotcha.
There was maybe one person. So like try getting footage with one person. Like it's like there's only so many shots of him I can get. So I was literally running like 500 feet, telling groups of people, "Let me take your photo." That's where I learned how to like that's how you get people to be in your video. Let me take your photo. It's just easy. So so follow me. I know a spot. We'd go to the stage, and then I'd put them in front of the stage. I'd be like, all right, on the count of 3, I want everyone to go crazy. 1, 2, 3, and then I would like push the camera in. They would all start jumping and stuff, and then for his video, it made it look like there was a bunch of people at his set. And I think eventually, like some people actually showed up, and there was like maybe 10 to 15. And that was like enough to like get shots of people and all that stuff.
Well, that's awesome that you like were kind of bringing people to him.
A little promoter too, you know.
Yeah, a little promoter too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think that's so smart. Just like shooting your shot and just seeing what happens. Like that's what stops a lot of people, you know, from like trying to go to festivals or like trying to follow their dreams. Like there's so many times where I was like, no, I'm not gonna apply for a press pass, when like I could have easily just done that, you know. And then I started doing it, and then I was like, oh, like I was getting accepted, and I was like, oh shit, this could actually like work, you know. So that's awesome that you like just went and did that, because not a lot of people take that step and stop themselves from doing it.
Yeah, honestly, I had a lot of doubt, and it was one of those moments where I was like, I realized that, you know, you got to shoot your shot sometimes, because like once I did it and it worked, I was like, dang, I almost didn't do it. And this was such a cool experience, and I would have missed out.
Yeah, now you can use that experience for like when stuff does come back, you have like a portfolio basically almost to like to show to other artists and stuff like that, and then get more from that.
I mean, like for as much as you helping that one artist, he's also helping you significantly, and it's like that's what's also cool about the community, is that like everyone helping one another type of thing. And like just in that scenario, you're helping the DJ, getting him footage and yada yada, then he's helping you by you're building your portfolio up, and then next thing you know, he gets his video could get 10,000 views, and then your name's attached to it, and they're like, oh, that some bigger artist comes along and goes, oh, hey, I saw you work with him. Can you work with me as well? And yada yada, and then it just goes from there. I mean, that's what it comes down to: those taking your shots, and then the grinding, and then the connections. It all works out.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I definitely met like a lot of cool people since I've been going to festivals with the media passes. Like just going backstage, being able to meet other videographers, that's a big one. And it's actually pretty competitive. Like there's a lot of videographers that have this as their job, and like it's a not the highest paying job in the world, I'd say. A lot of people just like me do it for free, so
I mean that's part of it, is you enjoy it.
And for sure. And those were the 2 main stories, but if we have more time, I have
go for it.
I have one more.
We'll hear another one. Let's hear a crazy one. I'm in.
All right. Shoot. All right. So this is off the script.
I like crazy ones.
All right. So this is also an embarrassing one, actually. God dang. Do I even want to tell this?
You're too far down the road now.
I know. I mean, I've already told you enough. So fuck it. All right. So I am 19? No, 18 or 19, one of the two.
Wild years.
I'm going to Marshmello, huge Marshmello fan, especially back in the day. And yeah, that's right. And this is like my 4th time or 3rd time seeing him. And there's some girls. This is always why there's girls. Okay, anyway, there's some girls that were in our group. They're just friends, but like I was trying to be cool. And my brother's driving his car. It's like a Mercedes, and I like jump on top. I'm like car surfing on the car. It's very dumb. Don't judge. And I fall off. He runs over my leg. I break my leg. God. My leg is broken. It's fractured.
Oh my God.
Yes, I know. I broke my leg and my jaw at festivals. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned, but back when I broke my jaw, I saw a doctor. It was broken on both sides. It was bad.
Wait, when did you break your jaw? From the punch?
Actually,
it was that hard of a hit?
That's from the punch?
It was like totally broken on one side and then like more of a mini fracture on
Oh
the
my
other side.
God.
You literally
It was
left that
bad.
entire thing out of the first story.
Yes. Anyways, I still go to the festival,
Your
and
broken leg?
with the broken leg, it was a hairline fracture, and I was like, okay, maybe the pain will go away. Maybe the pain will go away. And I'm still recording. I'm still vlogging. I have like this little
Did you go
embarrassing, cringy
without a
vlog
boot?
about it.
Did you
And
go out? Wait, did you go without anything done to your leg, or were you already in like a cast and a boot?
dude, no, nothing.
You just were
It was
walking
the same
on.
day.
Oh my
I
god! You didn't even
literally
stop.
maybe wrapped it up, put some like iced it, and I was like, let's go.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
remember like limping to the rave and like dancing on one foot, dead ass, like.
Wow.
And I got really drunk, so I didn't feel it as much in the moment. But once I got home,
The next day.
oh my god, I remember crying, like actually in the hotel room, just like, and it wasn't like a I'm gonna try to like save face here, but
you
it
were
was like
sobbing.
so painful that it was like, holy crap, this is more pain than I've experienced ever. So like I was like, I felt like my leg was on fire. So I was like tears of pain. And honestly, I definitely learned. I think this was like a turning point in my life. This was like the moment. Okay, so afterwards, I was forced to sit at home for 1 month straight. Couldn't party, couldn't go out, missed Christmas. And honestly, I needed that. I needed to sit at home and just think. So I literally probably would have failed like science in college. I probably would have failed some classes, but all I did was study. Like I had nothing else to do. I studied my ass off. I remember coming out of that when my leg healed after a month. I was so freaking grateful. I was like, I am just so happy to walk again. Like, oh my God, you have no idea. Not being able to walk sucks. I am an active person. I love moving. And I remember after that, I was being more healthy. I was like just way, way more on top of my shit. And I think I kind of have to credit that to like my leg being broken. Like that time sitting by myself was like not a bad thing at all.
Sometimes you get those chances to slow down.
Yeah, it humbled me big time too. Like I no more car surfing, no more dumb like crazy.
Yeah.
I don't want I have my crazy stories now. I don't need any more.
Dang,
Yeah, there's always a
that's
certain
cool.
level of stories where you're like,
Yeah.
all right, maybe I should
Yeah.
start toning these things back.
Yeah.
Right.
There's
Need to
always
rack
like
up
those
some better stories.
those turning point stories for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, because it's
Yeah.
like there's only, and if you don't adhere to those warnings of like when something does go wrong, it can like only get worse.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm sure we've all seen other friends where like things do go bad for them, and then they just do it again or do something like similar, and it just keeps
Yeah,
getting
I've
worse.
definitely
And
had
you're
some
like,
friends with,
dude, like look
drug
at the
problems and
pattern.
stuff.
Like look at the pattern. Like I don't want you to go down a bad path. And yeah,
Right. Honestly, I think sometimes it does, like you said, it does take those like bad things to happen to where you're just like, okay, now I'm willing to change now. I'm willing
yeah,
to make a difference.
And
I don't
change
wanna-
is a part of this life experience. It's like, what are you doing if you're not progressively changing on more and more? That you should be constantly looking to improve and getting better in
Yeah.
one way, shape, or form.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I have one more if we have time, I guess. This one's like kind of underwhelming. It's not like crazy. It's hard to explain this one, but I was at SMF completely sober, by the way. And this was like after all these crazy stories. And I remember going in with like my 4 best friends, and I can't tell you how much fun it is to go alone to a festival. But the only thing that tops going alone is going with friends that you're on the same wavelength.
I will
that
attest to that,
literally you're like
100%.
on the same vibe. Like you guys
Yeah.
want to do everything
Yeah.
together. There's
Oh,
no
absolutely.
drama. There's like we were in the crowd on the front rail just dancing and like jumping up and down and going crazy. And I remember Jack, you coming on, and I never felt this good in my entire life sober ever. And I remember just going crazy, jumping up and down. It felt like a movie scene. And I remember like leaving the festival, I could barely walk, barely talk. My voice was gone, my ears were ringing, and it was just the best feeling in the world to me. Like knowing that night was just insane. Like that feeling carried on for days. Like I think that was probably the night that I got hooked on EDM festivals, because I never knew you could have that much fun. Like,
Yeah. Jack U is so good.
have you seen them?
I saw them December. Decadence 2016, 2015.
Oh, no way.
Decadence 2015 it was. That was so good. I think about that set like all the time.
And I saw them at SMF.
Yes. Yeah, they
Yeah,
were
I was gonna
amazing.
say, Babs, were you at that same one?
I believe. What year was it again? You said, Danny?
Oh, it was SMF. It was I want to say 2016. I'm almost positive 2016. My friend
I
just
wouldn't have gone
graduated high school.
16. I was there 17, and then and
Um,
18. I thought they were there one of those years. Could be wrong.
no.
They stopped after like 2017. I want to say.
Okay.
They're-
Yeah,
'cause
I was so sad when they.
They're no
stopped.
longer a duo anymore, which is depressing. But
Yeah, they were so good. Like their crowd control.
yeah,
They really were like
their
engaged.
album. Oh,
Yeah.
so good. I could go on and on about Jack U.
Yeah, they're to this day. That was my favorite set I've ever seen ever.
Yeah.
Like no one's
Yeah.
topped that feeling. No one's topped that set.
Yeah.
Like just going crazy. That's why I love EDM festivals. Like you can just go crazy. You can just go wild. Like just let go, let
Yeah.
loose.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
there's-
nice. For like 3-4 days, depending on what you do. Even the 2 days where it's just like you don't have to really worry about anything. You're in that. You're in that
Yes.
bubble, the bubble of the festival world. And you don't have to worry about the day-to-days and such. That's what I like about it, at least, because I'm always busy during the weeks. I'm working full time. I'm doing podcasts. I'm doing photography stuff. I'm doing all that all throughout the week, and then those 3 days come, and I would just get to just relax and just like have fun.
When was your last festival, Danny?
Oh, it was Elements Fest. I was
Oh.
actually recording it.
Did you go to the COVID safe one?
I did, yeah. the
Okay.
COVID safe one in September, and
That
then
one,
before
like-
that,
That one looked fun.
it was, yeah, it was cool. It was very small, like
Yeah,
small
that-
enough to where the DJs were like hanging out with everyone.
That
it was
one's
like
a very
nuts.
intimate one.
Very intimate.
Yeah.
Very.
Where is that, and what were they doing for COVID?
Oh, they did a double COVID test before you went in.
Cool.
One a week before,
Yeah.
and one the day of, and you got your refund if you got COVID.
Nice.
It's in
and
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
They're
I
doing
flew
it
out.
again Labor Day weekend, I want to say.
Yeah. I might go
Interesting.
to that. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it's
I'm
on
tempted.
my list, I think, because if
Yeah.
I was wanting to go to Electric Zoo, but if Electric Zoo doesn't happen, then I think I might go to that one Labor Day weekend.
When do y'all think EDM festivals are coming back? I actually have a video. I created a YouTube video. By the way, guys, I have like 7 YouTube videos that are shot and almost all done editing. It's kind of insane. I've never had this many YouTube videos in my like vault. You know.
That's awesome.
And
That's
yeah, they're
awesome.
all about EDM. All of them like some crazy ones. Some just me talking about
Yeah.
music festivals. Most of them are like pretty awesome though. Like I'm excited about it.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, I think we'll see a couple festivals come back this year, but I don't think we'll be full force till next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
I was
opinion.
predicting 2022. I mean, I part of me wants to say earliest fall 2021. Maybe
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
last 3 months from October, November, December.
Yeah. Yo, when they come
Yeah.
back though, I feel like that's when we're gonna get like more engagement. You know, I feel like people are
Oh.
really gonna jump back on these festivals like crazy.
Yep.
Like I think
Oh,
EDM is
heck
gonna
yeah.
just skyrocket. I hope it does, because
think-
I think that's like for us who are sticking around and just still committed to like EDM festival content. That's like who people are gonna go to for their content when EDM
Yep.
festivals come back.
Yeah.
So
It's what
yeah.
I'm holding on to.
yeah,
I miss doing festival vlogs. I can't wait for those to come back.
so much fun.
And I was just getting
Yeah.
ready to start doing festival vlogs, so I'm ready to start when those come back.
Babs is ready.
Yes.
I had just set everything. I had just set everything up, and then it just vanished in front of me, and I was like, "Well, here we
Yeah.
are." But it's all right. I
It's
got
all
the podcast
good.
and all that going. So
Well, thanks for coming on the podcast, Danny. I wanted to make sure we got some time where you can plug where everyone can find you and
Yeah.
follow you. And if you want to plug where people can find you. At.
So it's party over everything. My end goal for this channel is to like start a community, and I'm very inspired by people like Yes Theory. So if you like Yes Theory, like videos that are all about community and getting out of your comfort zone and like just seeing the world, and if you love EDM and traveling, I think you would love my channel. I think those are like the 2 selling points for me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the crazy stories. I don't know if that tops some of the stories you've had in the past, but
Honestly,
such a good variety. I loved them. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
definitely up there. I mean, we've only done 3 other people, and yours were definitely so far seem to be a little bit one of the
Yeah.
wilder ones. But like
Heck
no one else
yeah.
has mentioned they've gotten punched in the face and knocked
Yeah.
out or broke their leg.
Yeah.
So
He had the
I think you've
trifecta
yeah I
of
think you've
getting
taken
punched.
that.
Getting
Yeah.
punched, broken legs. Some was self-inflicted. Some was like
Yeah.
not my fault at all. But
Yeah.
I think I learned a
Also,
lot from these experiences. I couldn't say I wouldn't
exactly.
change it. I would definitely change it. I would not want to get punched, but I wouldn't. I'm glad that I learned from it.
You learn and grow.
Yeah.
And you're also on Instagram, Money Shot Danny, right?
I actually changed it to party over everything.
Oh, it's at Party Over
Oh, it
Everything
is back.
now?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Reason being is when I build this channel, I don't want to have a team saying, "Oh yeah, I work with Money Shot Danny." No, I want them to feel like they're a part of it. So like Yes
Gotcha.
Theory, they don't have like Matt. It's not Matt Theory. It's not Amar
Yeah.
Theory. It's not
Yeah,
Thomas
yeah.
Theory. It's like Yes Theory. So
I got you.
POE.
We love a good rebrand. We love a good rebrand.
Yeah.
So, but thanks for joining again. Thank you for sharing those stories. Everyone, be sure to go check out Danny and all of his info we will put in the show notes below. And yeah, don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Alrighty, guys. Bye, guys.
Peace.